We live in a world of abundance. Technology connects us instantly, bridging gaps that once seemed insurmountable. Grocery stores overflow with food, offering a variety of choices that cater to every taste and preference. We have access to information at our fingertips, enabling us to learn, grow, and connect with others like never before. Yet many of us still operate from a place of scarcity, feeling as though there's never enough to go around. This mindset, rooted in the belief that there's not enough to go around, can permeate every aspect of our lives, from our finances to our relationships. It can create tension and conflict, even in the most loving relationships. It whispers fears of inadequacy and fuels a constant striving for more, leaving us exhausted and unfulfilled. But what if there's another way? What if we could shift our perspective and see the abundance that surrounds us? What if we could step outside the confines of this scarcity mindset and embrace a life of abundance filled with gratitude and contentment? The scarcity mindset isn't just about money, it's about a pervasive feeling of lack that can touch every part of our lives. It's about feeling like we are constantly lacking time, resources, opportunities, or even love. This feeling can be overwhelming and all-consuming. This pervasive feeling of not enough can manifest in our thoughts, our behaviors, and ultimately our overall well-being. It can lead to stress, anxiety, and a sense of hopelessness. It's a constant state of anxiety, a nagging fear that we'll miss out, or that we'll never have enough to truly feel secure or content. But recognizing this mindset is the first step towards changing it. Living with a scarcity mindset takes a toll on our overall well-being. It's not just about the lack of resources, but the constant feeling of not having enough. Our mental and emotional health can suffer under the weight of constant worry and comparison. This relentless stress can lead to a cycle of negative thinking. We may experience increased stress, anxiety, and even depression. These feelings can become overwhelming, affecting our daily lives and relationships. The fear of scarcity can make us risk-averse, hesitant to pursue our dreams or embrace new opportunities. This hesitation can stifle our growth and potential. It can also lead to feelings of jealousy, resentment, and a sense of competition with others. Scarcity warps our decision-making, making us focus on what others have rather than our own path. When we're operating from a place of lack, we tend to make choices based on fear and urgency rather than thoughtful consideration. This can lead to impulsive decisions that we later regret. We might overspend, overwork, or neglect our own needs, all in the pursuit of acquiring more. This relentless pursuit can leave us feeling exhausted and unfulfilled. We may even sabotage our own success by focusing on what we lack instead of leveraging the resources we have. Recognizing and shifting away from a scarcity mindset can open up new possibilities and improve our overall well-being. While the scarcity mindset is a human experience, certain systems can exacerbate it. American capitalism, with its emphasis on competition and individual achievement, often promotes a winner-take-all mentality. This can create a sense of urgency and pressure to constantly strive, acquire, and outperform others, fueling the belief that there's only so much success to go around. The relentless pursuit of profit often comes at the expense of our collective well-being. We're bombarded with messages that equate our worth with our productivity and our possessions. This creates a cycle of consumerism where we're constantly chasing the next purchase, believing it will finally bring us happiness or security. However, true fulfillment cannot be found in material possessions. It comes from a sense of purpose, connection, and self-worth. Section 4: The Business of Scarcity Marketing to Our Deepest Fears. Marketers understand the power of the scarcity mindset. They use it to their advantage, creating a sense of urgency and fear of missing out, or FOMO, to drive sales. Limited time offers, exclusive deals, and countdown timers all play on our innate desire to secure what we perceive as scarce. Social media further amplifies the scarcity mindset. We're constantly bombarded with curated images of others' seemingly perfect lives, fueling feelings of inadequacy and the desire to keep up with the Joneses. This constant comparison can leave us feeling empty and dissatisfied, even as we accumulate more possessions or experiences. Section 5. Beyond material possessions, scarcity of time, connection, and worth. The scarcity mindset extends beyond material possessions. We can experience a scarcity of time, feeling constantly rushed and overwhelmed. We might struggle with a scarcity of connection, believing we're not worthy of love or belonging. We may even experience a scarcity of self-worth, doubting our abilities and feeling like we're not enough. These different forms of scarcity are interconnected. When we feel short on time, we have less energy to nurture our relationships or invest in our own well-being. When we doubt our worth, we're more likely to chase external validation through material possessions or achievements. Breaking free from the scarcity mindset requires addressing these interconnected aspects of our lives. Section 6. From Scarcity to Abundance, Shifting Our Perspective. The good news is that we don't have to remain trapped in the scarcity mindset. By shifting our perspective, we can cultivate an abundance mindset, one that recognizes the limitless possibilities and opportunities that surround us. This shift begins with practicing gratitude. Instead of focusing on what we lack, we can choose to appreciate what we have. Building a supportive community is essential. When we surround ourselves with people who uplift and encourage us, we feel less alone in our struggles. We can challenge the winner-take-all mentality by collaborating instead of competing, celebrating each other's successes, and offering support during setbacks. Section 7. Embracing Abundance, a Call to Action. Each of us has a role to play in dismantling the systems that perpetuate scarcity. It starts with recognizing the power we hold as individuals and as a collective. By coming together, we can create a ripple effect that challenges the status quo and fosters a culture of abundance. We can support businesses and organizations that prioritize ethical practices and fair wages. By choosing to spend our money wisely, we can encourage more companies to adopt sustainable and fair practices, ultimately benefiting workers and communities around the world. We can advocate for policies that promote economic equality and access to opportunities for all. This means getting involved in local and national politics, supporting candidates who prioritize social justice, and using our voices to demand change. And perhaps most importantly, we can start with ourselves. By cultivating a mindset of abundance, we can transform our own lives and inspire those around us to do the same. Let us choose to reject the hustle culture that glorifies overwork and burnout. Instead, let us embrace a lifestyle that values rest, connection, and joy. Let us prioritize our well-being, nurture our passions, and define success on our own terms. By doing so, we can create a life that is fulfilling and meaningful, not just for ourselves, but for those we care about. Let us embrace the revolutionary act of enough. In a world that constantly tells us we need more, choosing to be content with what we have is a radical and powerful statement. When we shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We begin to see opportunities where we once saw obstacles, and we start to believe in the potential for positive change. We begin to see the interconnectedness of all things and recognize that our well-being is not separate from the well-being of others. By fostering a sense of community and mutual support, we can create a more compassionate and resilient society. We can choose to believe that there is enough for all of us to thrive. This belief can guide our actions and decisions, leading us to share resources, support one another, and build a more equitable world. And in doing so, we create a more just and equitable world for ourselves and for generations to come. Together, we can make a difference and pave the way for a brighter future.